What's up, YouTube? We are back here for another sealed run. It's the first one I've done in a long time. I've actually spent the last month or so just drafting Magic. I love drafting Magic. We made it in the top 1,200, so we get free qualifier points. But now that the season has ended, we're back for some Gods Unchained sealed. And let's dive in here and build our deck together and see what we've got. We have literally no legendaries. Oh, they don't sort them by... Okay. Been a while. I don't know when they switched that, but it used to sort legendaries at the top. Apparently it does not anymore. But we might as well have gotten no legendaries because these are all pretty bad. If we have tons of spells, maybe Monolith is okay. If we have tons of card draw, maybe Eclarith is okay, as you need to have lots of cards in your hand in order for this to be worthwhile. And Freya is just meh. You get a less than normal body. I'd rather have a 3-mana 3/4. The regen is usually not significant. So let's sort from top to bottom here. See what we're cooking with. Let's check our relics out first, actually, just to see if we have anything good. Moonlight Charm can buff our creatures, so that is pretty decent. Getting +6/+6 overall with this thing over 3 turns is pretty nasty. And Crook of Shepherding is actually decent in sealed mode. It's a 2-mana Afterlife. Pull the highest mana cost creature from your void to your hand. And, I mean, getting your best card back a second time in sealed for only 2 mana is pretty nice graveyard recursion. Our top end, though, is not very pretty. We got a Cyclops Defender. I don't really want to play the Blazing Behemoth, but we might have to. Our Archpriest is okay. If we have some other order stuff, that might be cool. The Divine Chains does actually give order. Procession, I think, is pretty nasty and sealed. You get to summon 3 2/2 Acolytes or transform friendly Acolytes into 5/5 Cultists, but if you Dread Touch, you do both. So you get 3 5/5s. So we do like Procession. Crystal Rain, 2 of them, maybe not, but definitely 1. Falling Star for sure, just great removal here. That's a nice AoE. This gives +6 burn to something. Draw 3 cards. We're never going to be holding the Eldritch Mystery, so it's just a 5-mana draw 3, which is really bad these days. Monolith is definitely possible. I haven't seen many spells that are well, we haven't seen the cheap spells yet, I suppose, and that's what would really matter with this. So we'll see what we got for cheap spells when we get there. After you cast a spell, remove can't attack. At the end of your turn, gain can't attack. The 4-mana 6/6 that requires us to play spells. So does the Monolith. So we'll have to see if we have enough spells to play the Blind Sage. It sounds bad, but we shall see. Lightbringer is decent. Heal our creatures, give +2/+2. So this kind of has anti-synergy with the other cards. So we either want lots of creatures to go wide and get +2 health on all of them, or we want lots of spells to get like the Sage and the Monolith working. So we're probably not going to play both. I love the Radiant Spirit, 4-mana 4/4. You don't lose many stats, you lose 1, basically. And then on the upside, you get a random friendly injured character is healed for 2. Unfortunately, character means face as well. So if like this is a 4/2 because it's damaged, it might just heal your face instead of healing you, unless you have full health, which you'd obviously rather it heal your Radiant Spirit 99% of the time. 4/C3 draw is amazing in sealed. This actually gives order, which does have synergy with the Archpriest, so I don't know that we'll play this, but again, a little bit more synergy is nice. Swamp Witch is really cool, but we're never going to be holding a rare or better Eldritch Mystery. That is a shame. Couple cards that want us to be holding mysteries, and it's probably just not going to happen. This card is kind of cool. Blessed, deal 4 damage to a creature. If it survives, deal 3 damage to the enemy god. It's not good. But maybe in sealed it's okay if we don't have any other spells to deal damage. I love a Wrong Path. Town Guardian's okay. It's not really that good. It requires you to already have a creature on the board. If not, this is really, really bad. And then even if you do, the upside is basically I'm going to try not to play it if we don't have to. Lash Out is amazing. Deal 4 to a random enemy creature. Repeat once. So, I mean, you get to deal 8 for 3. Black Sheep, draw 2 creatures with strength 2 or less. Red touch, give them +2/+2. So we would need some cheap stuff here. So we still haven't got to our cheap stuff. Freya again is just okay. I think the Venerable Paladin is insane in sealed mode. Frontline, armor 1, afterlife, give all this creature's armor to your weakest creature. Any armor at all in sealed mode is pretty insane. Valve Learning is nice removal. You get a couple options here. You can also use it to protect something. You get something with like armor and give it ward and protected or something, and it's just never going to die. Watchful Hound would be a great target to give like ward and protected because you can give +10 order to an enemy creature. This is another order card that our top end Archpriest is going to love. I think we're going to cut the Blazing Behemoth because of that. Our Archpriest is now really, really awesome top end. Black Jag is just great. 3/3 body with regen for 2. Drawing cards is always good, but it's a pretty weak creature. All right, we got a nice Blizzard Bolt. That's a good cheap spell. Canopy needs other Amazons to work. We'll definitely take a Grove Summons, maybe 2, but probably not. This is just great value generator. 2 mana, you get 3 free creatures. I definitely could run 2. We don't have that many spells, I think, so far. We have 12. Path of Nature, draw a wild. I'm not sure how many wilds we have right now. Dread Touch, delve a wild from your deck instead. Draw it, add the sacrifice creature's strength and health to it. We're never going to have Chosen One stuff, so that doesn't apply. Time Bomb is phenomenal. Oh, I absolutely will run both. This thing can easily 2-for-1 in the early game, and it's just awkward to play around. 2 mana, 3/2, and then the Afterlife as it deals 2. Beautiful. Zealous Ecclesiast. Blessed, for each other blessed creature, heal each friendly character for 2. For each other blessed creature, probably not going to happen, but it doesn't have much downside here. It's a 2 mana 2/3, and it's blessed, so it's decent upside. Blessed in sealed typically doesn't matter because you don't need to get favor for this. There's no sanctum, but there are 3 things you can get from blessed that still help. You can get a free 1/1 leech zombie, so 2 mana for a 2/3 plus a 1/1 leech creature would be amazing. That's only going to happen like 8% of the time. You can also deal 3 damage to your opponent's face. Those might be the only 2 relevant. Cosmic Witness is pretty good. They did nerf the mysteries a little bit recently, but I think we're still going to run this. It's just a body plus a free spell. I love the Barksworn and the Mire Walker here. Mire Walker, we might be able to get ourselves a really big body on turn 1. You could play Low-Hanging Fruit into Mire Walker, and you actually get yourself a 4/5 with regen on turn 1, which is pretty absurd. We're at 33 cards, which is pretty insane. I do love a Recovering Sigil. It's just a nice, cheap cantrip, which also heals everything for 2, which is nuts sometimes. After a friendly creature dies, summon it from your void. Typically not very helpful in Gods Unchained since you don't have any ETBs. Spell boost, maybe, but we don't have that many spells that care about spell boost, I don't think. All right, we have 35 cards. And at least 5 good ones. Let's cut the Unproven Incantation. We have 13 spells, which is kind of a lot. So Monolith is after you play a spell, give +2 strength to this creature. Deal damage to an enemy character equal to this creature's strength, and set this creature's strength to 0. I have a hard time believing that this will be good. I'm going to cut it. I think the Righteous Apparition we can cut as well. Does give order, but we have another handful of cards that give order and that are just better. Black Sheep wants to draw stuff with 2 strength or less, and I don't think we have that much stuff. We have a handful. It's a 3 mana draw 2. If you dread touch it, they get +2/+2. I mean, a Mire Walker would be pretty absurd. Already starting as a 3/6 with regen for 1 mana, and then it could become a 5/6. Yeah, all right, we'll keep the Black Sheep. I think that means we don't play 2 Grove Summons though. That's enough value generation plus the Crook of Shepherding. We need to make one more cut here. The Blind Sage, I think, has got to go. 12 spells is kind of high, but it's just a terrible card if you can't spell on a turn, so. Alright, I don't think the deck is good. It's not terrible. Let's go. Alright, game number 1. We'll take Animal Bond here. Probably meant to switch to light and take Summon Acolyte, but I also do like Animal Bond for this deck. There's some stuff that wants, like Dread Touch just wants cheap creatures to sacrifice. I don't hate this start at all. This is pretty absurdly good, I think.
The calm before the storm.
Wow. A nice low curve here. Let's see what these mysteries look like now. So I think they just upped the cost of these 2. And this used to cost 0, I think. I still think Mortal Rise is really good at 2 mana. A 5/5 Blitzer is just great. Yes, we'll have to sacrifice like an Animal Bond probably. But even sacrificing like the Barksworn, we still get a 1/1 plus a 5/5 with Blitz for 3 mana. Seems good.
My turn.
This just dies to his God Power anyway. A little awkward to use our only pip here, but it just seems too good. So he can ping this if he wants, and then it will die at the end of his turn, because it takes 1 damage every turn. So he should definitely just do that. Yeah, it's not really that good. Like, it makes him waste his whole turn, is what it does. And now we get to get even further on the board, ahead on the board. Unfortunately, we didn't top something there for 1. Next turn, the Lightbringer should be pretty good. Wrong Path is just gross here, too. If he had played, like, if he pipped, like, a 4-cost creature, we could have just Wrong Pathed it. That we don't really want to bounce back, because he just gives burn to stuff. Lash is awkward. I don't hate this, though.
We all have our limitations.
Otherwise, he was just going to trade it into my Lightbringer and ping it to death. Now he effectively didn't get to draw a card this turn. He just drew the same thing he already had. He might pip ping. Okay. Fine as well.
Awaken.
Hey, there's Black Sheep. That's pretty nice top deck. We get a free target for that. Wow. That is absurd. This is one I was really hoping would get buffed as well. Now there's like no downside to it. And any creatures on board also get +2 health. I will go ahead and play the Time Bomb here. Even though our Lash Out wants us to have less creatures than our opponent, he might just trade here. And then drop a creature or 2. And if he does, then we will Lash and probably get to 2 for 1. Excommunicate. That's his whole turn, though, so I mean, that's not very good. Oh, he's going to pip. Okay. That gives me a nice lash out
My turn.
here. Okay. We'll just wipe his board. He's got 2 cards. We've got 5. We could easily play the Street Conjurer here if we want. Yeah, let's go for it. Next turn with 6 mana, we can play a creature and then play Holy Enchanter. Or GP, I should say, and then Holy Enchanter. Now also have Vow and Moonlight, but I think that this is just better. Damage. Creature, 1 face. Lips are sealed. Interesting. Okay. A couple options here. Man, if we had the Archpriest, that would have helped me. We could go digging for like the Archpriest. We have our Watchful Hound as well, so our Archpriest is going to be enormous when we get it. We have a Lightbringer. We can either GP and 4C and draw. Or we can get the Relic equipped. But I don't really want a Watchful Hound with no target. I mean, we could give like Ward and Protected to the 4/6. Don't hate that. Yeah, let's actually do that. Because now we can pump it next turn, and whatever he's stalling for here, we're going to give... This hits the strongest, yeah, so let's give it to this. If we could choose, then we could actually pump the thing that has more upside, perhaps. But we can just start pumping this. It's got Ward, it's got Protected. It's going to be a very big body. He isn't... well, he has Death. He doesn't have Deception with like a bunch of Deception spells that could kill it. There are definitely some Death spells that could kill it after he pings, but... Even if he kills this, this can hit something else, so... What's his best 3-cost card? Okay. Divine Chains is decent here. We forget to swing with the Badger last turn. That's quite possible. We will chain. I think. I really don't like leaving the Conjurer alive here, but we don't have an option, so. I'm actually going to give this the buff, too, because he has a 6/6. So we'll take the 6/9. Now it's awkward if we swing, so I think I will just sit back. Pretty sure we forgot to swing with that, though. Actually not bad because we buffed this, so he can't actually kill it unless he trades his skull, which we would be quite happy to see. Unless he has a second card, but if he has to use 2 just to kill this one thing, that's great. That's beautiful. And now this doesn't trade into anything either. He probably just pops the Protect. But now he's about to eat a ton of damage. Paladin has frontline and armor, which is really nasty. I think we're just going to go ahead and give his thing order here. Oh, we're going to draw, so let's draw first. Don't need any of these. Okay. We'll stick with the frontliner.
Let's see if I can find some order in this chaos.
Yeah, Inferno will give armor to the 6-3, so he can't kill it with the 3-1, so he's just dead on board.
Awaken.
Got him. Let's go. Good start. Next game. Alright, game number 2. I forgot to switch to light, but I still think Animal Bond is actually even better in Dread Touch decks. There's the Archpriest we wish we had last game. We're going second, so I don't hate Crystal Rain, but I hate everything else. Okay, there's a card that we can actually play. Oof. Okay.
Let us fight with honor.
Good luck.
And this is why I think like Animal Bond is superior to Summon Acolyte in decks with like Dread Touch cards. Gives you a nice cheap thing to do. It's the same thing our last opponent opened with. Because of that, I will only play the Barksworn instead of also playing the Cosmic. Maybe it's correct to also play the Cosmic, even though he gets to trade, because if he does kill this, then he also gets to trade with 1-1, and then the Cosmic could have finished it off, and now we can't, so maybe that was incorrect.
Answer the call.
Okay. That guy cleans up pretty nice. Used his only pip. So not terrible for us. As long as he doesn't have a spell that does 3 damage. Merrick is scary. Not scary on this board right now, but can be. Would very much like to take out one of these two. Please don't go face. Okay. That's fine. I'm totally okay with that. As long as it didn't go face. So Cosmic Witness here can give us the Mortal Rise. If this didn't hit face, I would take it, but I'd rather Mortal Rise, I think. Could get that 5-5 and take out the 2-3 immediately. I think I will do just that.
For now, I must
Hitting a 2 strength creature with this is just kind of optimal, because it's the only way that this survives a turn. Well, or a 1 or a 0, but it's the most expensive thing you can hit and have it survive. I guess he just doesn't swing here, because this has perma hidden. Okay, just kidding.
my turn.
And now we have to just trade it off, because it's going to die. But we got to kill 2 things. I mean, we did use Immortal Rise. Dread Touched, so 2 for 2, but... The other alternative is go face and then
All have
use it
our
for
limitations.
Black Sheep. Actually don't hate that either, but... I'd rather take this thing out. Let's see what we get. Okay. We do have that charm in our deck, so
This is
getting
not
rid of the
the way.
Nightleaf Trapper is maybe more important than killing an Acolyte, although these days there are things that buff Acolytes, so... Once per turn, give +1/+1 to this creature after a friendly creature dies. Okay, that's kind of scary. That's a really good card in Sealed. 3 Conjurer plus Crystal Rain's a pretty nasty combo. Not against a 4-6, though. I think we're kinda... Gonna go digging here and see what we can find. I'm gonna take the Watchful Hound. I think it'll be the most helpful at this point. I think it is actually helpful to get a Badger on board.
Your forests raised.
If the Badger was a 2-2, I wouldn't have done it, because then he could have traded into it, and then this would have become a 5-7, and then he could have just traded here as well. Delve a card. What did he do? Steal something from my deck? Get out of here. He adds a copy, so he's delving cards from my deck. He gets 2 cards for 1 mana. That's absurd. Luckily, my deck is not good, so he gets 2 not good cards. I have a couple good cards. Nothing phenomenal, though. Nothing that pops into my mind and screams, oh god, he might get... My Archpriest, I guess, is my best card. Though he has no way to know how much order we can give. He does have light, so maybe he could... Oh, because he had the Dread Touch, he actually still gets to do the Anubian thing. That's really going to be a problem if we can't deal with that. Okay, now that he trades, though, actually, we can Crystal Rain. Not ideal here, but... Oh my god. Now the Crystal Rain doesn't kill the Mire Walker, which has regen.
My turn.
We could just pip Divine Chains. He trades this. This becomes a 6-4. Still dies to the chains. He's only got 3 cards. We have a lot more card advantage than him here. I'm going to go for the frontliner here. We don't need the pip into the Crystal Rain anymore because we'll be at 6 next turn. So we always have this as an option. Okay, he still has to trade this, and then this becomes a 5-4. And he got the zombie upside. Come on. That's pretty absurd. That's really good for him because it's something else to trade off to buff this. Now he can't kill this either. I think we're going to die.
Awaken.
I guess we should have killed it. We can give it order, though. This can also ping. So we can actually give ward to the Watchful Hound. And kill the zombie. Ugh, it's still going to buff this, though. It's insane. I don't know how we're ever going to kill that thing. Oh, wait. So we could kill it with Valve Learning, actually. You can pick the same target twice. So this actually does do what we need it to do. Momentary lapse of remembering how cards work. There you go. That thing was pretty annoying. Alright, let's get a Badger on the table. We now have 2 Crystal Rains that aren't going to do much. 4 are going to do everything. Very unfortunate that they're all going to have Protected, but the Rain will pop Protected. We want the Badger to hit one of these.
My turn.
Thank you. And then we can hit another one here. We can even heal it back up and draw. Falling Star not bad either. Low-hanging fruit. I'm gonna get the Blizzard Bolt here, I think. For some reason, I feel like he's about to play a second March.
Don't make me destroy
I feel like people always have 2 against me for some reason. We got light, but we got 0 marches. Rigged. Jesus. I mean, that's insane. Like, so he just... Okay, he didn't... I don't think he did that right at all. He should have swung first of all. And then even if he killed 1,
This is not the way.
he just messed that up badly. He should have 4 of these right now. He could have dread touched 1 of his things. He still would have gotten 3, and then they would have become 5/5s, plus the other one that he already had. So he just botched this turn so hard that I don't even understand how it's possible, how hard he just botched it. I like Falling Star here. I like the Cyclops more, I think. If he has removal for it, though, we might just be dead.
Seasons pass.
Smacks me for 10. I do like that puppy. We just lock down 1, and then he gets it right back anyway. Yeah, I think we have to get the frontliner out.
fear. It's been a while.
You know, this would do 4, but it's still just not enough. Mace is fine. That's not removal. That's not removal. Okay. If we survive this turn, then I think we're in good shape. If he trades both of those, okay. Yeah. Now we're sitting pretty. Okay. So... we can Crystal Rain, but we also can just trade and then hope our Radiant Spirit heals this. We might not have a better Rain target. He doesn't have that many cards in hand. Yeah, let's just Rain here. We get to force C2, which is pretty big. It's so late in the game that you'd think a 1-drop would just be bad, but these are actually both pretty good creatures. I'm going to keep them. And then we can just drop this. Yes, he can just kill it, but he'll eat damage, and we are starting to push damage.
Let's end it.
Another... I told you they always have 2 against me. It's insane. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Not ideal. Pop 1. Pop 2. Pop 3. Hopefully this hits one of the non-protected. Okay. We're eating 6 next turn. I think we actually just play this out as a 1/4. It doesn't have regen if you don't Dread Touch. We might Watchful. I think this is too strong, though.
Is it time to hide?
I don't know that we need the spell boost anymore. Would we trade our 3/3 for a 3/4? No. There's no guarantee that it's 50-50 here if this hits. Would I rather have a 3/3 and a 1/2? No.
I'm running out of time.
Okay, it hit the creature. I'm okay with that. We still have enough health for now. I'd rather have something that sticks. That's scary. I probably would have Yeah, he's close to lethal, though. He might have it. And he's got magic. He's probably got lethal. Yeah, they always have Epiphany. Alright, not much you can do against 2 Marches and an Epiphany. Alright, let's see if our opponent's got more Epiphany or more, well, yeah, could be the same combos we're about to face here. Marches into Epiphanies. I thought maybe they had brought down the drop rate of Marches, but apparently not.
The calm before the storm.
Not a fan of this sealed pool. I look forward to it rotating out. I got all core cards, but I think the Divine Order cards are pretty nutty. And the Dread Awakening cards are also pretty nutty. Even this is just weird. Your friendly creature dies, summon it from your void. I don't know the order of operations on this, and I kind of want him to do this to see what happens, but I kind of think if he kills this, this might resummon before the damage is dealt, and then it would actually kill this as well. We'll never get to know now, unfortunately. That was unlucky for me. Could have killed his creature. Instead, it didn't do anything. Alright. Lash Out, ironically, not doing much here. We have no creatures to even do anything with Moonlight Charm with, but I'm going to play it anyway. We've got a GP that we can pump. This card is just busted and sealed. I mean, it's just GG's at this point. He just gets to draw 2 cards or more every turn. like the 4C also kind of acts as a draw because you get to put your bad cards on the bottom of the deck. We kind of have to Blizzard Bolt it. Guess we can Lash. And then, ugh. Alright, so we Blizzard Bolt this first. And then Pip Lash. There you go. You already got the draw from it, though. Now we used our only Pip. But at least we stabilize for a turn. Because, yeah, that card just straight up solos you if you don't remove it. I am not scared of a Bronze Gate. In fact, wouldn't mind just wrong pathing it. It can't swing, so I mean, he can only kill one of my Badgers here, so I'm going to do that.
That's enough for now.
They all become 2/2s, so he just trade. I don't think there's any need for us to... I mean, Crystal Rain, I guess, but... I think if we make one a 4/4, then it's just a target for removal. Whereas if he Star Shard bolts one of these, like, then it doesn't matter. We didn't waste one of our... We get to pump one of the other ones that survives. I think you can make an argument both ways. Because Crystal Rain would wreck me pretty hard, but... I think even if we had one 4/4 and it became a 4/2, we just trade, so I don't know. I think this was good. On Roar, this gives the Chosen One Afterlife. Give this creature strength and health to a new Chosen One. To the new... I don't think it can get the same effect twice, right? Like, if he plays this a second time, it's going to have a second Afterlife. Is it going to double that? I don't really know. So I'm debating about wrong path here. I think we see if our 4/4 hits it first. Okay. A 2/1 would be nice to trade. Alright. We're happy enough. We can save our wrong path. think we need to run out the Grove yet. If he plays something big here, Wrong Path plus Grove would be pretty nice. Okay. Can't Wrong Path that, because then he gets to deal 4 a second time. I do like a 4-7 frontliner against a 4-4 though. Problem is we want to swing. Now I'm not going to swing with this, but we will drop that. I will pump this. And I'm not going to swing with a 2-2. Because it doesn't do anything if it dies here. Rather have the creature on board. Could even be a nice target for my Mire Walker. Wow, he had a second Vanguard. Didn't swing though. Okay. He killed a Badger. Like, I feel like you hit this twice and then trade. Oh, it doesn't kill. Well, never mind. I'm bad at math. 9 is bigger than 8. So they say. Let's see what we're going to draw here. If we'd gotten like a Blizzard Bolt or something, could have been nice. These are all pretty nice. Getting armor is cool. I'm going to get rid of the Bark Sworn, but I do like the Venerable Paladin. We can't play it this turn, but it's still pretty great. What the heck is that? We got a goat, and every turn, because that's when you refresh mana automatically, you get a free nature card with that guy. So behind a big frontliner is nice. Writhing Wolfpack, destroy all other creatures. Afterlife, the owner summons base copies of any creatures destroyed by this creature's roar. So that's a dead card for us. I'm going to pump this again and just smack him in the face for a ton. At this point, we do have a 2-3. He's getting pretty close to being dead. And my Badgers never miss. Let's go. A little bit risky there, but I figured if we hit 1 and he's not planning on swinging, we can always trade off at the worst. Giant frontliner. That is beautiful. You're just dead now, sir. Let's go. GG's. Can't leave big threats sitting around on the board in sealed mode. Alright, rank 1. Someone is playing a Smurf account here. Let's go ahead and take Animal Bond. We got Death, Nature, and Light versus Magic, Nature, and Light. Opponent. Here we go. Let's see. We've got pretty decent, but we're going second. If we were going first, this looks pretty tight. I definitely like the Time Bomb going second. Moonlight Charm is definitely slower going second. Oh god, I'm hitting my microphone. Sorry about that. I think we're going to get rid of the Charm. I do like Crystal Rain. I'm going to keep digging, though, because we have a very low curve. Yeah, 2 Time Bombs is insane.
The light shine
This looks pretty good here.
Best of luck.
That's annoying.
The calm before the storm.
Just simply pip out a Badger. The Badger will 100% hit the Beam Sentry next turn. Can't miss. Ooh, that's really annoying. Okay.
My turn.
We can still kill this, though, with the Blizzard Bolt, and then this still survives, so it's not the end of the world. The other option was pipping out the Watchful on the 1/4 and then trying to trade, but if we miss, then we just get wrecked. Okay, that's perfectly fine as long as this trades. Okay, just kidding. I could go with the Watchful Hound here and lock down the 3/1, but I don't know how helpful that is. I'm gonna do it anyway. Hi. Opponent has successfully looked me up and found out who I am, I guess. I don't hide myself. I play the same board and trinkets every time I play sealed. I bring it upon myself. What is this? Give the an enemy creature order +3.
My turn.
If the chosen one has 10 or more health, obliterate that creature instead. Interesting. Okay. Holy Enchanter is good, but so is 2 time bombs. Okay. We don't swing at the Badger because it does still technically kill this thing if he kills this thing. And it's fine. That kills the 2/1. We can Holy Enchanter and then it trades here. We are both fighting for control of the board here. I am winning that fight, but Serene Blade is really obnoxious.
Awaken.
Wow. That's actually an absurd card. So, summon 3 5/5s if we Dread Touch something here. So, wow, we can actually swing into this and then sack it. It'll then kill this as well. And then we get... That's insane. Look at this beautiful play we're about to make. Boop. Yeah, summon 3 and then transform them, please. Wow. Wrecked him. Nearly killed him. Wow. Okay, game number 5. We are 3-1. You've been rolling with the Animal Bond. I think Animal Bond is just a great Dread-touched God Power. We have 3 Dread-touched cards in our deck, which is not that high. Probably like to have like 5 in order for it to be more worth running this than Summon Acolyte, but it's working for us so far, so I'm not going to change anything. Falling Star going second is kind of slow because it just gives burn. It doesn't actually kill. This looks much better. Do we keep Wrong Path, though? I think Wrong Path is just better going first also. I mean, everything's better going first, right? We always go second because the game is rigged. I do like a value generator, but let's get rid of it and try and find something more helpful early game. There we go. That is what we're looking for. Great early curve here. I will play the Black Jag here. Glad we have the backup option of the Blizzard Bolt if he somehow kills this. He does have magic, light, and war. Magic could certainly deal with this. In many ways, Tracking Bolts, Blizzard Bolts, Star Shard Bolts. That is a cool card. Voldemort the Volatile. Now he gets to draw a card off of this, but then it goes back to a 1/3. This is the first time we've seen the Archpriest the entire run, which is pretty insane. I do think we have to kill this. This card is really annoying because he can pump it at least to a 2-3 next turn, likely, if not a 3-3, and then swing for 3-3, and then also draw a card again, which card draw in this mode is just king. We also could... Actually, I like this much better. We're going to Cosmic Witness and then murder our Cosmic Witness. Done good, Cosmic Witness, but we don't need you anymore. Your services are no longer required. I like hitting this here because this takes 1 damage at the end of each turn, so this will stick around for some time here. Hitting something with 2 or less strength is very nice, although obviously hitting something with 5 health is also great. Hitting a 10-5 would be just as good, right? Pacifism is annoying. Okay. We will just swing face. And that thing's going to go away, but not before it did some damage. It traded off Voldemort. Would have liked to get more value, but we did at least 2 for 1. We got rid of his pacifism and his Voldemort for our Cosmic Witness. Technically, and Mortal Rise, but Mortal Rise came from Cosmic Witness, so kind of a 2 for 2. Okay. This is a really nice Crystal Rain right here. My only pause is that we do have a 6-drop in hand. He's only got 2 cards, though. I'm going to go ahead and Crystal Rain here, set up our draws. Getting a second backup Crystal Rain is kind of nice, but he's only got 2 cards again, so he's probably not going to get super wide. I need some threats here. We don't have anything to play next turn. I'm going to draw the other Crystal Rain. It's awkward, but...
We all have our limitations.
I know I'll kick myself if he plays 2 2/2s here or something, so... I mean, he's playing Healing instead of Summon Acolyte, so maybe we shouldn't have, but... We do have Grove Summons for next turn, so we can see what we can pull. And then we also have a Animal Bond at the worst. That is insane.
Answer the call.
Not good. Big yikes. This card is insane. Wow.
Not the way.
Okay. Our best bet is to get a Underbrush Boar here. Howler also works, I think, right? Confused Blitz. If your opponent controls more creatures than you, summon a copy. Wow, it's unfortunate that we actually can't even sack this first and then get 2 copies. Because this will spit out an Afterlife even if we swing this one first. So either way, we're only getting 1 Howler. But this still saves the day, so I'm not even mad. Afterlife, summon a 1/1 Ant with Blitz. If it's your turn, summon another. So if we had like Dread Touch stuff, that'd be great. Obviously, the Prowler is great. Yeah. Okay. Very much a shame that we have to waste this here, but there's just no world where you can let that live. That just generates free spells every single turn. He still had 2 cards, now he's 3, but we have more cards. We got the board. We have the better GP. He should have taken Summon Acolyte. We now have Lethal Prowler to just start smacking face for much harder than he anticipated. Nice. He's got an Archpriest. Now my Archpriest is going to feed off his Archpriest, though. And also, that's hilarious that he just ordered this. That is a huge mistake. This still swings, buddy. It's still going to go face. Order doesn't stop it from swinging, so hey, that's a huge mistake, putting the order on this. It literally does nothing except like stop him from killing it, which is insane. Just a huge, huge, huge mistake. Crystal Rain doesn't do anything here. We still just have lethal on board. Yep. GG's. Big mistake. Don't order things that don't swing. Ooh, here we go. Going second yet again. Definitely rigged. Oh, people. All right, let's get rid of Divine Chains. This all looks pretty nice. Going second again, like Valve Learning, is a little bit slower. Like going first, you could potentially even get your Mire Walker like protected and warded and be a massive threat. Going second, that's going to be a lot harder to set up. We're going to need to get the Animal Bond out first, and then play this, and then play that. It's hard for me to pitch this, though. It is a very versatile spell. I'm going to keep it.
Best of luck. Good luck.
At worst, it's like a 3 mana deal 3.
Calm before the storm.
That's what we wanted to see. He passes, so we can GP here. And then next turn, get a big ol' Mire Walker out. Potentially. Time Bomb also a great option if he drops like 2 creatures here.
Awaken.
That's actually really tempting to Time Bomb, Pip Mire Walker, kills this. I don't think it's a good play. We don't get the value of the Time Bomb attacking something, which is a pretty nice creature. Yeah, I'm going to swing, and if it dies, then we'll just do another one here and wait. It's fine. If he plays something with like 2 health, we can pick everything off. Play something with 3 health, we could still potentially pick everything off. The Auric rushes my Badger. Then awesome. Okay, now we can play the Time Bomb and hopefully wreak some havoc here. Actually gonna once again GP here. Just gives us so much options. If he then trades here, this does 2 to this, so this will be a 2-1, so we'll be able to trade potentially. It leaves open our Dread Touch. Create is nice and slow. It's perfect, that's what we want to see. Slow turn. Slow turn, and then we just take the board. With Wrong Path, with Valve Learning, with a big old Mire Walker, the Moonlight Charm cooking. Yeah, that was not smart, I don't think, on his part. I mean, this dies, but like, I guess, I don't know. So you get a 2-2.
Answer the call.
Alright, so hopefully this hits here.
We all have our limitations.
I also don't hate just wrong pathing this, because then he has to play it again, and he doesn't get the Afterlife immediately here. He's stuck on 4 cards. Meanwhile, we draw a card off of this. He doesn't really get to draw a card next turn because he just draws the creature he's already got on board. Same time, Vow of Learning does kill everything. And then allows me to Mire Walker on an empty board after swinging face. It's pretty good.
Is it time to hibernate already?
Deal 1. Deal 2. Smack him in the face. This is Dread Touched.
Growth requires patience. Some lives were
Kind of wanted to get the Moonlight Charm online before we played Mire Walker, just because we could then quickly pump it. But I think that turn just worked out too well. That's fine. That's actually just... Wow, okay. That's annoying. Because Wrong Path would have been pretty nice on that, but not anymore. And it has Twin Strike too, so he gets to kill this. Which is annoying, because if he just normally gets to go face, then we could at least pump it eventually with Moonlight Charm, but now he can actually go face and kill this for free. It does have backline, this does have frontline, we can give it armor. Everything still dies. Okay. Kind of in an awkward spot here, so we will just Wrong Path. Use our Pip. Get that out. Smack face for the extra amount of time on our clock.
Victory has its price.
This will be pretty nice to Watchful Hound. Okay, I mean, he ran that out as a 1-4. That's not really good for him. Getting a Watchful Hound plus a Time Bomb online here would be pretty sweet. I don't think we can take this out, but... I mean, him running this out tells me he doesn't have any other small creatures in his hand. Yeah, no, I think this is just a good turn if we do this. And then it's 50-50 no matter what, so it doesn't matter where I aim, but... Okay. That is absurd. Holy smokes. Moth to a Flame. That is... Wow. Okay. That was absurd.
Answer the call.
Falling Star so slow. I mean, we can get the frontliner out, but then we can't get another creature that's worth giving armor to online. That was pretty brutal.
This is not the way.
I don't think you play around Moths to a Flame. But man, that was pretty brutal. Guess we just lose the armor. And get Moonlight Charm cooking. Thing is, we give this burn, he gets to go face and then also trade off one of our Badgers. So really, we only get 2 Badgers. And force him to trade. Man, that's brutal. That was pretty brutal. I don't want to lose that extra armor. That armor is so worth keeping. Alright. I hate this, but I don't think we have anything better.
For now I must rest.
Really bad.
The winds whisper of glory.
Oh, man. These new board wipes. That is just a game winner in sealed mode. Every time. That's insane. Okay. Don't know what we can top deck here.
My turn.
This card's absurd in sealed mode as well, but at this point, I think it's too little too late, perhaps. But this does give us a chance if he doesn't have good removal. Oh, these had a frontline for a minute. I guess they don't have frontline anymore. They had frontline 2 days ago, but... Jesus Christ. Okay. That's an absurd deck that person just had. Jesus. Our top end is like one bad 7 drop. They had 2 General Arithias after that insane board wipe. Holy smokes. Alright, we're 4-2. 3 wins before 1 loss. Big ask here with our not very good deck. Hey, we're going first. We have nothing to do. Oy.
The calm before the storm.
Great.
Best of luck.
That is the worst hand we've had all day. Need opponent to pass here. Okay, that's fine. I don't think that's even worth running in your deck, to be honest. Unless you have, like, some ways to buff it. As long as he didn't have Eldritch Blast, I was fine.
Awaken.
That's pretty strong.
Growth requires patience.
Okay. Guess he can kill it again, because it has regen, so... Brutal.
Answer the call.
Can't wrong path a Blitz creature, although it is very weak at this point. I think we're just going to see what we get from Grove Summons, play a GP. That's actually a really good card. This is also not terrible. Creature's healed. Okay. Interesting. Grumpy Chest is pretty nuts in sealed mode here. Yikes. We just have no good removal. Like, he's going to draw like at least 2 to 3 cards off of this. So much for having card advantage. I mean, we could like vow of learning 2 creatures here, but that Grumpy Chest is going to literally solo me. It can attack too, so he can like trade into my 1/2 just to draw a card. Ugh.
Like watching grass grow.
Absolutely brutal. I think I'm going to use my Pip here. We'll go 2, 1. And then I'm just going to sacrifice my only creature here. He can still ping it by his own GP here, which he probably will, but while we have the time, draw some big creatures. Was hoping to get, okay, things that are big enough to kill this in one shot. Oh, that's a mistake. That's just a huge mistake. That's a huge mistake. You ping this all day, every day. You have 3 cards, dude. I have 9. You did 1 damage to my face and then passed. You could have drawn a card. Jeez. Jeez Louise. That is embarrassing. So we could go Barksworn and Wrong Path this. Denying him even more card draw, which is pretty nuts.
Is it time to hibernate already?
We're going to actually do that. We could go Cosmic Witness first. In fact, Cosmic Witness actually would allow us to just straight up kill his guy without him drawing anything with Mortal Rise. But there's nothing I really want to sack right now except for maybe the Vexing. Well, we have a GP. What am I talking about? I'm still thinking about using Wrong Path on it, but I think this is just too good. Again, hitting the 1 means this survives. He gets to draw no cards. Good for us. Bolt is fine. He did have an Eldritch Blast. Okay. That card's pretty nasty. Now we have to assume he has Mortal Rise. He took that so fast. You know he's played Mortal Rise before. Divine Chains into Archpriest is phenomenal because this could potentially give order to something. This also phenomenal into it. The question is, though, do we want to get our Moonlight Charm online? Well, we have plenty of time, and the answer is yes. We have the time. We have the resources. Let's do it. That is just a 1-for-1, so... Well, you can ping and then trade it here, but it's still just a 1-for-1. 1.5. I'll give him a half.
Awaken.
That's such a mistake to not swing into this, I think. Well, I mean, yeah, no, I think... I do have the charm, so I mean, maybe not. If I didn't have the charm, definitely, because then he could just ping it next turn. Whereas if he just leaves it on board, I might be able to kill it with an Eldritch Blast of my own that I do not have. I think we lock it down with Watchful. It's a little risky. Maybe we could just go Divine Chains. I just don't want to leave this alive because of the Twin Strike, but I think this is fine. And yes, I pumped this first so we could do more face damage and have a big creature behind a wall. We could have also pumped our wall. But he does have death. And war also has hard removal these days, so there is very much a world where he can just kill this for like 2 mana or something. 3 mana retaliate or something. So no point in pumping this, I figure. At least not yet. We can always worry about that later. I still like the idea of just trading this into something, getting some extra order on board. Tenderizer. Holy smokes. Okay, I didn't play around Tenderizer. That's my bad, I guess. Then he goes face. Okay, so... That's still pretty nutty, because, I mean, we can do... Like, even just playing a Cyclops, right? That he's going to have to eat 6 damage. I mean, we can pump it. We can pump this. Do 7 here. We got a lot of options. If we play the Archmonian, he's going to have to kill it. Otherwise, the Hydra heads cause problems. Means he eats 6 damage on top of the 7 here. Like, yes, this is good for him that he can keep killing creatures as long as he wants, but he's going to eat damage every time he does it. I think we're going to go ahead and pump this. Keep pushing as much damage as possible. And then I'm going to play the Hydra head. It doesn't protect this, but it effectively does, because if he doesn't deal with the Hydra head, or the Hydra itself, rather, the heads then split into 2, because every time a Hydra head dies, you summon 2 of them, so... For instance, if I sack this here, I then get to summon 2 more Hydra heads. Maybe you play the Cyclops Defender first, but... I kind of like this better. Down to 4 health now. Swift Pox does kill this, and then he does get to go face and kill this. That's annoying, but now we play the Cyclops Defender. And there's no world where you leave this alive. What are you doing? There you go. Yeah, Cyclops Defender, and then I don't know how he possibly wins here. I mean, he could have more hard removal, but he is hanging on by a thread here. I don't know if there's any world where it's worth buffing this, because he either has hard removal or he doesn't, right? He can never swing into it. Not light, can't have a pacifism and make it a 2. Because then it would matter if I buffed it. And he has 7 mana. He can definitely do 6. For 6, he could have a Worm Breath plus a Star Shard Bolt. Like, there's no world where he has those things, right? I think he's either got the hard removal or he doesn't, but... Yeah, I'm talking myself into it. Let's do it.
This ought to be entertaining.
GG's. Let's go. All right, 5-2. Can we get 2 wins or 1 loss? We are going first. We got a Lash Out. Crook, not great early. Definitely don't need that 7-drop, though. All right, so we love the Blizzard Bolt. Lash Out may be better going second. Cosmic Witness, always great. This is a really good card. It is really hard to pitch a Lash Out, but we have no other creatures. Going first, you actually keep 2 removal spells when you actually have a turn 1 as well. God. I'm gonna pitch the Blizzard Bolt, I think.
The calm before the storm.
Okay.
I know failure.
Alright. I don't know if it's good or not, but not bad. We got a bunch of Dread Touch stuff.
Answer the call.
I mean, we can immediately just punish that, like... We get the 5/3, what's he gonna do? Yeah, it seems very punishable. Because we are still gonna have a 5/1 on our turn if he doesn't deal with it, so anything he plays, we're gonna get to trade it off as well, like if he pips a GP here. And man, if he doesn't play any creatures here, wow. That's so huge. We now have another thing to Dread Touch, because it's going to die at the end of the turn anyway, so just get huge value here by playing this.
For now I must rest.
Our Holy Enchanter looks pretty tasty with like 2 1-drops that are already chunky, and then we get to Holy Enchanter it. Procession is so nasty. There's our 3rd Dread Touch card. The ward on this is actually annoying. I think I'm going to go ahead and play... Actually not. I'm actually going to play Grove Summon, and then I'm going to play Barksworn here. That's very big. That's good. That's good. All right. So the thing about the Barksworn was like, I don't really want to play because he gets a free trade, but it spits out a 1/1, and then the 1/1 just kills it, so totally fine. That is not a good removal spell. Like, he just wasted his whole turn just to, like, barely do anything. We still get to kill this. And we can even keep it... no, we can't keep it alive, but we do get a 1/3. We don't have any other 1-drops. I thought we'd draw some cheap creatures, and we did not. So, Holy Enchanter maybe still not very good here. But playing Bladefly into Holy Enchanter next turn is good, so... we will do just that. And with like a 1/1 and a bunch of 2/2s here, even just Procession next turn could be insane. We have plenty of stuff to Dread Touch. It's looking pretty good. Of course, there are some crazy cards that can turn it all around, so knock on wood. Shaped Blast is gross, but that's totally fine. That's his whole turn. He doesn't get to like clear my board and keep his or something, so we just rebuild now. That's pretty nice. Now we can easily just get wide again. Next turn, that Holy Enchanter still looking tasty. GP plus Holy Enchanter, and then we're ready for a Procession. What is this? Each creature of mana cost 3. That's a weird way to word that. Each creature of mana cost 3 or less goes to sleep. He has slept my board forever. Just roar. Okay. What do we want to do now? A Watchful Hound looks pretty tasty. Like, even just Watchful into Pip, like Holy Enchanter, would be pretty nutty. Only thing is, there is some pretty good board wipes in these pools. Because I don't really want to use my Pip if I don't have to. I do like the Watchful Hound here, though. And then I'm going to just GP again, getting ready for the Procession. Or even, again, just Holy Enchanter is still... like, oh my god, if we get the Holy Enchanter on this whole board. Yes, please. Like, I could GP Holy Enchanter this turn if he doesn't do anything, and that would probably be the best Holy Enchanter of all time. I know you're thinking it's not the best of all time, but yes, I said it is. So it is. He gets his 5/5 back. And a Vow of Learning. Okay, so he takes out the 4/3. Oh, he's going to give it Protected. Okay, okay. Well, that makes... actually, that makes a lot more sense. Yeah. Still gets to take out the 4/3, but also take out the other thing.
Awaken.
Okay. That was a pretty good turn for him. Maybe we should have played Procession when we had the chance.
Like watching grass grow.
I'm going to just lash out here. And get the Moonlight Charm online. Because now it's 7 mana. With a Pip, we can still Procession. If we want. Yeah, that's totally fine. This is a good board to Procession on, I think.
My turn.
And this is why I think this God Power is better than Summon Acolyte.
That's enough for now.
Even with Procession in your deck. And then I think we will go ahead and make one of them a 7/7, just because we have 3 procs on this. If we didn't have 3, I probably wouldn't do it. Everybody's got this card? This is our best card in our deck. Everybody's just got one.
Awaken.
Cyclops Defender, very nice. This Jotun is looking pretty nasty. Holy Enchanter looks amazing. Even just trading and then having the Radiant Spirit potentially healing it. Oh man, the Lightbringer Priest guarantees to heal it, but for less. That's kind of funny. This might heal my face. We do want to spend our mana before we get 7 bombs on our deck. Let's pay attention. Probably wise. I think we go Lightbringer. Actually, there's no efficient way to spend 7 mana here except for the Cyclops. So I'm actually going to just run out the Cyclops.
A challenge. I accept.
I think it's good enough. And we're going to pump this even though it's got order for the next couple turns, just because once it is free next turn, it's going to be a beast. Spike T is fine. It's 4 mana Hunting Trap. Man, this Jotun I really want to play. Okay. I think the Holy Enchanter is correct here because it pumps this out of the range of dying against these and also out of the range of the Jotun because this does deal 3 to my own stuff as well. That being said, these are both confused. Not much we can do here. I really want to get the stuff out that heals. Maybe we actually heal this instead of swinging, but it seems weak. Let's at least try and hit 1 here. And then, yeah, I think we'd probably just heal. I mean, give +2 health is what I meant. 50-50, doesn't matter where I aim, so. And then I'm not going to use the last charm here in case he just has like a straight up like Apocalypse Now or something weird. There's stuff that wipes whole boards, so. GG's. 6-2. Alright, 6-2, final boss. We're going second. Opponent's got War, Light, and Deception. I will never complain about a Lash Out going second. That is just phenomenal. Bolt's cheaper, so I think we keep it as well. I think this card is just absurd in sealed mode, so it's hard for me to even pitch a 6-mana card, but it's just it's so far off. This is pretty good too, but we really need to find something we can play earlier.
Watch your back. Best of luck.
All right, not a good hand here, and we're going. I mean, we have Lash Out and we have Blizzard, which is okay, but it's like you don't want to use either of these right here, you know? Like, what are we gonna do? GP? We waste a pip on that? I don't know. Definitely a bad start for us. Definitely not great. I'm just gonna pass here and save my pips and hope that he just plays a 3-4 or something. Pip out a 3-4 here and we just like win the game. He does nothing. Wow. Very interesting. Okay. Hmm. I mean, wow. Like, the Badger does make it awkward if he plays another creature here for Lash Out. Because then we actually need to sack the Badger, but he just GPs, so he's very content to just play slow here. Which scares me a lot because my deck does not have top end. Like, we should be the ones kind of pushing here, but we just have nothing to push with. Unfortunately. Still have nothing to push with. I could use a Pip here and just play like the Soothsayer, I guess, but not ideal. Sigil is maybe a keep because he might ram into this thing and then we get to heal it. And we always get to draw a card, so it's always just fine. Black Jag is just a nice cheap creature we wish we had 2 turns ago, and Crystal Rain for a board wipe. He's not really playing any creatures, though, so I don't really know about Crystal Rain. This definitely could be a mistake, but I'm going to pitch Crystal Rain, because 1, we have 2 copies, and 2, he hasn't played any creatures, so I mean... Oh man, that's nasty, but luckily we have Lash Out, so... Luckily, we have like the best removal spell in the world going second. That's just a pretty easy Lash Out here, huh? This card is S tier in sealed mode. It's not very good in constructed, but in sealed, it is absolutely great. I'm going to go ahead and use a Pip finally and start putting a little bit of pressure on as we finally have some creatures we can play the next couple turns. That's annoying. Extraordinarily annoying. I think the Lightbringer is worse than the Radiant Spirit, so I might just lead with the Lightbringer here, because we might be forced to trade after he gets to do this. I mean, maybe we play the Time Bomb here. Yeah, I do like a Time Bomb here, actually. Alright, let's do Grove Summon, see what we get. If we get a 1-drop, that'd be decent. Okay. There you go. That's like pretty ideal. Like a 1-drop and a 7-drop here is kind of what I wanted, because we can play the 1-drop along with the Time Bomb. Still go face. This can take out the Disciple. This can take out the Disciple. Okay, that was a pretty good... I like the Lord of the Reef a lot as well. Once you Surge this thing, which we can do next turn technically, you get 2 creatures for 4 mana. You get a fully statted 4/5 Overkill for 4, which is insane. And then you also get a 3/2 that has an Afterlife that does 2 to a random character, enemy character. So, I mean, that's absurd. He does kill my Deadly, which is really annoying. But, if he trades here, then we can just 2-for-1 him here. That's annoying. But if we actually just, like, Blizzard Bolt the 1/1, this is going to burn up at the end of the turn and kill this automatically. So there is that. Can't play the Reef yet because we are not surged, so don't make that mistake. I think we do want to... I mean, you can bolt this. It doesn't matter which way you do it. You can bolt either. This is going to burn up and deal 2. It just looks funnier if we kill this one instead of killing this. Problem is we don't really have anything good to do for 3.
Seasons pass.
Oh. I mean, we can use the Pip here. I don't hate using the Pip here. And just Pip out like the Radiant, because that'll heal my face. And importantly, this will Surge my Reef for next turn. Okay. Burnished Bull is such a bad card, but like it's also really, really big. Against like Deception, it's a bit scary. Light and War, not so much. Well, War does have hard removal now. I guess it used to not, but that's a really bad card. What did he do? Did he GP? He did, okay. Yeah, that's like a great card to wrong path because it's a terrible card. And he's going to have to draw it again and then play it again. Waste 6 mana to play a confused 4-3 and lose a card draw. Only issue is we need something worth playing for 2 mana, and we really don't. But I don't want it to trade into my 4-4, so I'm going to just bounce it here for tempo, for the card draw, for the lulls. Maybe we just run out the Recovering Sigil at this point. I mean, we're going to heal for 2 anyway, but it's really a question of just drawing cards while denying him card draw. Yeah, we'll just GP. That part sucks, but first part's great. He just drew a 4-3 confused. He's probably going to do the same thing he did last turn. GP, play it again. He can pip to 7 here, actually, so he might have a 7 drop. New Growth is not a 7 drop, so that is good news for us. He got the zombie. Man, everybody keeps high rolling the zombie on us. So lucky. It's got Leech. It's a free 1/1 body off of Blessed that you only get like 8% of the time. And it gives you 2 favor at the end of every turn, which has 0 bearing in this mode, but still looks cool. Okay. Wow. That was actually a really good turn from him.
My turn.
This actually will guarantee heal itself if I like trade with a 2/2 because I'm at full health. So this actually will just be a free trade here if we want. I really want to get the Lord of the Reef online. We do now have 2 1-drops as well, so this looks pretty nice. The only concern is maybe
I can't do that.
leaving the fruit alive is going to enable him to play something big, annoying, armored frontline, you know, and then pump it even higher, you know.
Is it
That's my
time
only
to
fear,
hibernate
but
already?
I don't think we play around it. Okay. Our board looks dope. His board looks nope. I don't know. He's at 7 mana, though. Again, you never know. He doesn't do too much this turn. Dropping a Burnished Bull would be huge. And even just like if we can get the Radiant and the Lightbringer Priest online, and then just like free trade everything, basically. So that's annoying. Like he probably trades into the 3/2, right? But then he's still going to eat 2 face damage, so I'm totally fine with that. He heals for 2 as well, but ultimately, we still it doesn't just get wasted. It's not like the time bomb where it only hits a creature. It does go face.
Nothing I can't
Okay, so he wants to kill this probably, and he's lucky. That is a really good draw, because now we can just lock that thing down for a few turns. Does this heal 3 to each friendly character because of the spell boost? I actually don't know. I mean, it should, obviously, but you never know. Even a 10/10 here looks pretty tasty, though. This would be a 5/5. It's not very big. The 5/5 that effectively deals with his 6/3, though. X. I'm going to go for the Archpriest. We'll see what we draw first, though. Just see if we get anything helpful. Negative. It hit the surface.
That's enough for now.
But we're now threatening 11. He's at 17. Ah, it's so annoying. Imagine having good top-end creatures. Oh my god. Wow. That is so absurd. That's so brutal. I mean, we could burn this. He at least gets to trade out the 5/5, maybe.
Like watching
Maybe trade this
grass
out.
grow.
We're left with a bunch of little badgers. That's so annoying. Yeah. Make way for the badgers. And then we just have no room for anything else, so. Alright. That was really, really good. My opponent's got a lot of good top end here. Or at least a lot of top end, which we do not have a lot of top end. I'm very scared that they have like an not Apocalypse now. Well, Rapture Dance would murder the hell out of me. What's the Light and Luster or whatever for light? There's a lot of board wipes now that are asymmetrical, and like a Rapture Dance would kill me. I think I already said that one. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that can hurt right now that we don't want him to have. You got. Like, this is confused, so maybe we could have run out the Burnished Bull, but this feels bad. Opponent's got no time left. Another giant body? Are you kidding me? Jesus. I mean, if he just trades out my 5/3, we have, like, no way to... We're gonna have to sack everything.
Until the next life.
That's brutal. Wow, top deck of the Watchful Hound. That's a top deck right there. That is a top deck. It's scary because if he just kills my Watchful Hound, he gets an 8/8 back on board immediately. There's no guarantee that we can... I'm going to go for it, though, because I think if we do this into Holy Enchanter, that's just a lot of stats on the board. We're still going to trade out his 6/1 here, of course. I was on fire anyway.
Be free.
Now we are threatening lethal. He can kill the 3/5, though. We have, like, no... backup plan other than obviously having some creatures to trade this out. But if he just has, again, an asymmetrical board wipe, like Rapture Dance or something, we die. That is Dream Eater. He gets a steal card from my hand. But we just win probably, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We just have lethal on board. He just stole 7/7. You have 2 mana to kill my 4/3, damn it. Aye. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If both of these hit, we would win. Oh my god. I mean, I don't think we have any options here other than just dropping the frontliner, smacking face for as much as possible. We probably put him 2 off lethal. Probably one of these hits the stupid 4-3. You know, my Badgers have been training their whole lives for this moment. There's no shot that they both miss. They're both gonna hit. And now I want this one to trade here, and it's gonna go face. FML my life. Okay, let's go face with this one because I don't want to reduce it to 1 health. And then I think we might trade this off. God, it feels bad to do it, but I'm gonna do it. There's too many cards that are... How many burn does that have? 4 burn? Okay, so the Lightbringer wouldn't save it anyway, but... Alright. What you got?
I hate getting my hands dirty.
Oh my god. Oh, Crystal Rain almost gets me there, but not quite. So you're going to have to trade here. We can hit him for 2. Is it worth raining? I think it's worth raining here to look for anything helpful. At the same time, maybe we just trade and then play like a Lightbringer Priest and a Moonlight Charm. Yeah, I think that's probably better. This is the weakest damaged creature, though, so it's going to hit the stupid Badger instead of healing the... Oh, God. Charm is important because then if any creature is lethal, although if he kills the Watchful Hound, again, I think we just are... Oh, no, not I think. We are literally dead if he kills the Watchful Hound, and now it is a 3/3, which means it's like, you know, Spike T, Hunting Trap. It's killable. He gets to heal for 9 immediately, and we just die. Oh my god, come on. One time, all because my stupid 1 Badger couldn't go the right direction. Now we gotta sweat. Alright, Thievery is good news. That means he's digging for something, but it's also scary because he's been finding a ton of helpful things. Bear is nothing. Food Chain is scary. He actually can... No, it's a 5-drop, 5-drop. He gets a frontliner? Are you actually kidding me? He's still dead, right? He's still dead. He's still dead. Oh my god. Wait, is he... Yes, he's still dead because this has order still. Jeez. Okay. Holy smokes, dude. Let's go. Had to sweat that one so bad. First sealed run back in a while. We get the 7 wins. We complete the run, baby. Let's go. Feels good. Well, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. If you made it this far, in the comments, man, just shame my Badgers. Just shame them. They deserve the shame. Until next time, thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys. Bye.